everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a tough video for me to make. As you can see, this is what I'm dealing with right now. Today's video is going to be sort of the start of a series that I plan to do all about how to heal and hide severe acne breakouts and rosacea flare-ups. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you've seen some previous videos of rosacea tutorials that I've done for makeup, but I haven't really ever talked about skincare and what to do during a flare-up. And so this is actually the worst I've been in quite a while. My very first flare-up was when I was pregnant with my first son. It's when I first developed rosacea. I've always had issues with acne, but never this severe. Oh, I feel like my voice is shaking. After my first son was born, everything cleared up when I was breastfeeding. And then it was when I got pregnant with my second son that I had my first really severe acne breakout and rosacea flare-up. I was pregnant, so there wasn't a whole lot they could do. And so I actually ended up doing a round of antibiotics even though I was pregnant, because the flare-up was so bad that it had spread to my eyes and my doctor was worried that I could go blind. That is my story for there. Once my second son was born, then again, everything cleared up, but now I am a year out postpartum and everything has come back with a vengeance, only this time I'm not pregnant. So my dermatologist is going to use a different type of medication for me, different oral antibiotics, and I'm just gonna track the whole process here with all of you. This is something that I know so many thousands of millions of women out there suffer with. And I think it's a shame that we all try to hide it and pretend like this isn't something that people deal with. And when I say hide, I don't mean about makeup or anything like that. I love makeup. I don't want to be walking around looking like this. What I mean is hide it in the sense of talking about it. And I know that for so many years I struggled to find answers, solutions. What are other women out there doing who have this similar situation to me? What are they doing to try and heal their acne, heal their rosacea, manage the symptoms, whether it's from medication to makeup, diet, health, fitness, whatever. So I'm gonna address that here with all of you in case anyone out there is suffering also, and just even if they don't even need tips or advice, just so that you don't feel alone. Like, you're not alone, look at me. So the first thing I want to talk about is treatment. I saw a dermatologist last week and she prescribed me doxycycline. It's an oral antibiotic that I am taking in the morning and in the evening. I will be on that for at least a month. I have a follow-up in 2 weeks to see if it's improving my symptoms. If it's not, then we will actually go on to use Accutane. Hopefully I don't have to do a video about Accutane and what that is, because it is a pretty scary, serious drug. But for now, I'm just going to talk about doxycycline, what it does, how it's going to help. Essentially, it's an antibiotic given to heal infections, which I have right now, and also to reduce inflammation, which that's what rosacea is. It's inflammation in your body. Since starting it at the beginning of this week, I've already seen a drastic improvement. I wish that I had done a before photo of what my face looked like at the beginning of this week. I started treatment on Monday. Today is Saturday. If you have this condition, you know it's like a huge blow to your self-esteem. And so I didn't take a before picture just because quite honestly, it was hard to look in the mirror. It's hard to let alone put a camera on my face. Now I feel like I'm ready and able to share this journey with all of you. But yeah, I didn't take a photo and I wish that I would have. So just know that what you're seeing here, was actually 10 times worse at the beginning of the week. In addition to the doxycycline, I am also taking, it's called Metrogel for short. It's metronidazole. And I said taking, it's an ointment. You put it across your face and you're supposed to just put it on the areas that need treatment. So for me, it's these hot spots here, and then I have some little breakouts in other spots on my face. I don't know why and if this has happened to anybody else, but whenever I put topical ointments on my face for acne, it's almost as if it knows that I'm trying to heal it, and so then I will start breaking out in areas that I wasn't breaking out in ever before, and that's kind of what's happening. This is healing and clearing up, but now I'm getting these little random pop-ups on other parts of my face where I don't usually break out. But with all that said, I know from my previous videos, commenters have talked about, and I've even received direct messages of people saying, well, how did you find a dermatologist who would take you seriously? They always just want to give me Metrogel and it doesn't work. I've never taken Metrogel Metrogel before. This is new for me. I do think it's helping. I think it's helping me because before I was always pregnant or breastfeeding, so I could never use it. And so I would use something called Rosacea, which I felt like it didn't really work. It would just make my skin burn a lot. This stuff doesn't make my skin burn. I've actually noticed an improvement in the texture of my skin. It's a lot smoother and softer, even though I'm horribly broken out right now. So that is it as far as like medical treatments that I received from a dermatologist. So there's the oral antibiotic and then the topical. I didn't mention, I put this on twice a day, morning and evening after I cleanse my face. And what I use to cleanse my face right now is, I actually picked up a sample of this on Monday after my appointment. It's called Confidence in a Cleanser. It's by It Cosmetics. And even though it says skin transforming hydrating cleansing serum for anti-aging, it hasn't felt like it has a whole bunch of ingredients in there to irritate my skin. Usually when something is anti-aging, I know right away because my skin will burn and tingle. This is a super thick, creamy formula. It goes on really gentle, it washes off really gentle, and I actually feel like it does leave sort of like a hydrating barrier. Like my skin feels like it has an extra layer of protection after I use it, if that makes any sense. So I wouldn't recommend this for taking off makeup, even though it markets itself as saying it does. It does not take off your makeup because I think it leaves that sort of like barrier after you use it. I take off my makeup with a micellar water. I didn't bring it with me, but I use the Pacifica brand micellar water. And I just use cotton swabs and I take off all my makeup with that. And then I cleanse my face with this. After I cleanse my face, I use the CeraVe hydrating lotion or moisturizing lotion. I've used this in the past and I actually haven't used the lotion. I used the cream in the past and I liked it, but it felt really heavy and greasy and my makeup would never go on right. But I got this sample from the dermatologist. It's the lotion, and so far I love it. Like, it goes on really smooth, it dries, and it's not greasy, and it's a drugstore brand. It's really affordable, so I like that too. All right, now that I've talked about medications, cleansing and moisturizing and treatment, now I'm going to talk about the hide portion of this video. So I covered the heel, the acne and rosacea sort of intro. I mean, it's not healed yet, but this is going to be a multi-video process. So I'm going to post this one. This will be the first episode of many, and just every week I'm going to film sort of an update of my progress and show you like if this is working or not. So I did the heel portion, now I'm doing the hide, and I'm just gonna pin the hair out of my face. In my last makeup for rosacea video, I did a whole bit on Bare Minerals. I'm not using that anymore. One of the commenters, I cannot remember her name, but I'm gonna like give you so much credit in the description. She talked a lot about how the bismuth, I believe is what it's called, Bare Minerals, is what causes breakouts. It can irritate your skin, it can cause rosacea flare-ups. Like, a lot of people end up being allergic to it. And that person even said that it's sort of a delayed reaction. They would use it and then it wouldn't be until 3 weeks later that they noticed there were problems. That is exactly what happened to me when I made that video. I think I'd only been using it for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm not kidding, a few days later I started having this. So I'm suspecting that that's what caused this breakout. So I'm going back to my tried and true makeup line that always has worked for me, and that is the It Cosmetics. I'm using Bye Bye Redness. If it'll focus. This is the Bye Bye Redness, and my shade is the Transforming Light Beige. And so the concealer brush that I use to apply this is the Blending Concealer number 203. I like it because I can go in there and really like buff in the concealer. And this is a very creamy formula. It has colloidal oatmeal in it. This is actually, I want to mention, the founder of this makeup line. She has rosacea, and so she's worked with dermatologists and plastic surgeons to develop this makeup line. I was checking the packaging. It's actually cruelty-free, which I did not know, which is awesome. But yeah, this has colloidal oatmeal in it, so it's going to moisturize and soothe the rosacea and acne. And it's non-comedogenic. It's not going to clog your pores or contribute to the problem. What I do is I just kind of go on and I dab it on all the places that I want to cover. And I really like that this makeup is intended for all types of problem skin. So if you have large pores, which I do, it's gonna help fill in and hide those large pores. It also will conceal scarring, which I also have a lot of. It's also helpful for aging skin types. So if you have aging skin, it's not gonna highlight fine lines and wrinkles, which I don't think I have mature skin yet. Obviously, I'm only in my 30s, but I am noticing like some fine lines and wrinkles forming under my eyes, and this does a really good job of not accentuating it. I also want to add that with the type of acne breakout that I'm having right now, it is a nodular cystic acne. So these pimples here, I don't even want to call them pimples because they're not, they're like monsters. They're very raised, they're very inflamed, and they're raised off my skin. And so if you have this, you're not going to be able to conceal it. Like, even if I was an expert makeup artist and I knew how to do shading to kind of conceal and do shadows so that you don't see the bumps, you're still going to see it. My main goal with makeup is really just to hide the redness. Like, if you see bumps on my face, oh well, like that's my face right now. Eventually the inflammation will go down and it'll be smoother, and then this makeup will do a great job of kind of concealing it all. And so I'm just gonna go in and do a little bit of touch-ups and spots that are still kind of red and just buff it in. I conceal, then I'm going to use, this is also an IT Cosmetics brush, and after I do my concealing, I kind of set it all with the Celebration foundation, also by IT Cosmetics. I'm in the shade Light, and a little bit goes a long way, and I just do a very light kind of motion on there, and I don't rub it into my face. I kind of sort of pat it in, that way it sets the concealing and it doesn't highlight dry flaky skin or anything like that. The only downside is that I feel sort of like a pale ghost once I've finished concealing and putting the powder all over my face. So after that, I use the Mineral Fusion. I don't know if you can see that. It's a Minerals on a Mission. I really love their bronzer duo. I showed this in my last video, but they have a really pale shade of pink, which I like because I don't feel like it brings out any of the redness from the rosacea, and their bronzer is a nice light color that doesn't make me feel, like I have a fake tan on or anything. And I just put it under my cheekbones. I'm putting the bronzer under my cheekbones. Oh, and this brush, I'm not even sure what this brush is. I got it a long time ago at a Ross. I like it. It doesn't irritate my skin and it does a good job. In addition to putting the bronzer on my cheeks, I will brush it lightly across the top of my forehead, under my chin, on my nose a little bit, and then I do the apples on my cheeks. For my eyes, I keep it pretty simple. I use the Naked 2 Basics, and I love this. I bought this like, I don't even know when you're supposed to buy new eyeshadow, but I bought this almost 2 years ago and it's still lasting me. But I'm using the Stark shade across my eyelids, and then I use the Cover to go in my crease, just to kind of make my eyes pop a little more. I think I mentioned this in my very first rosacea makeup video, but I feel like my best attribute is my eyes, and so when I'm having a flare-up, I like to highlight them, because then I feel like people are going to be looking at my eyes and not my acne. And that's it. I don't do a whole lot for eye makeup. I really don't like wearing a ton of makeup to begin with, but I feel like with my skin type, I have to wear a lot. And so for mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Mega Plush Volumizing Express Mascara. And then I use this little chapstick that I've had probably for like 5 years from Whole Foods. It's just a vanilla honey lip balm. I like it. I have really dry, chapped lips most of the time. If you have any recommendations on some like natural, neutral, like lipsticks or lip glosses, leave me a comment down below because I am interested in wearing more lip color. I've noticed as I've gotten older, my lips are looking kind of blotchy, and so just to give an even tone without bringing out too much redness in my cheeks. So yeah, leave me a comment. I would love to know what you use so that I can try it too. And that's it. That is my makeup routine currently for my rosacea and acne flare up and breakout. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's gonna be a long one, so if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope that if you are in a similar boat as me, I hope that it gives you just a sense of like you're not alone. A lot of people deal with this. It can get better. I hope it gives you inspiration for new products to try or maybe new medicines to talk about with your dermatologist. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna be posting weekly updates. So every week I'm gonna do a new episode in this Heal and Hide series for acne and rosacea. So if you're interested in seeing the results, kind of like the transformation process, please hit that subscribe button. Hopefully this will heal up in about a month so that I can do a full like before and after video. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!